And see, especially seeing as like Twitch have got their VODs that are only like 14 days now instead of 30 unless you're turbo. Which is not a lot, is it? So if I want to keep a VOD longer than like a week, we gotta put it on YouTube. But yeah, so map, game about maps. We were sent over a key by Recoup, who are handling PR and publisher of the game. Thanks to those guys. We're gonna check it out. We got Game Fest to switch to in just under just under 3 hours. But we're gonna be making maps. So it's a very cozy game, right? So map. Alright, so she sucks at making maps, so we're going to... They're hiring cartographer for Belly's Bunch. We're searching for the Raven King's lost treasure and need to your navigation skills to follow the traces he left behind. Yeah, I believe the developer is German. I'm not 100% quote me on that, but I think they're German. That's amazing, you're a fully fledged cartographer and want to join us. That means you could just walk around the island and mark the tree on the map. Oh, that was just a sense of direction and the outline of the island. Alright. Wow, where tall are we? Are we tall? Oh, I thought we were someone standing next to her. That's kind of a pretty high camera angle, isn't it? Alright, place a marker. Drag the marker to the intended position to complete the mission. Use pencil to take notes of your map. Right, so this is the island, right? Mark the tree on the map, so... So looking at this map, we're start here, the tree is like here, right? So this is the start, this is the bit that's sticking out. There, we're standing here. So the tree will be like here somewhere, right? You think? Oh, there somewhere, right? You got this bit sticking out, it's just near the end of it, so it'll be like there. That's at 0.1 steps, is that how close? Look, that's how close we're looking at it. It's right there. And maybe that's how far away we are, so we're 0.1 steps away from the map. That's good enough, I mean, we got 3 stars. Well, we can't do much better than that.
Map.
Awesome, this is amazing. I always hold the map the wrong way around. No wonder how we hardly get anywhere. Traveling reach. Select a mission you want to retry. I mean, we're good with that. Where to next? On the right side of the map, you'll find stickers and photos that you can use as markers. Right? Oh, fuck, this is bigger. Can you find a way around this island too? I was so bored when we weren't making any progress. I built a sandcastle. Mark out the map and show us what you can do. It's fucking round! What? Hang on. No landmark. Oh, okay. Thank fuck. Alright, there's a landmark on the map. I was going to say, it's round. How the hell do you know which way's which? So this is sandcastle. So the map, so the sandcastle's like here, right? Right there. So in another life, I could totally be a cartographer and make maps. Totally. Let's see how far away we go. I mean, it looks like, all saying that, it looks like it looks like it's a little bit closer to the platform than it is to the edge, right? And it looks like it's totally central. So if that's the case, if you look at it, it's totally central, so it'll be right along that line, so it's a bit, that is in the middle, so it's further this way, so it'll be like here maybe, do you think? What are you on? Coin free? I'll take it. I don't know, I wonder how far you gotta be, away you gotta be to actually get it to be 2 stars. Map. It was absolutely insane. You gotta join our crew. Alright. I got a feeling that this is gonna get pretty fucking complex. What the fuck? I'm Billy. Leader of Billy's bunch. The crew that will find a lost treasure of the Raven King. To follow his tracks, we desperately need someone like you, someone with exceptional cartography skills. To be honest, I've always taken care of that so far. I tried counting steps, but well, I don't even know which way's north. I even got some grid paper with a scale, but I think it's definitely better with you rather than with me. How about it? Would you like to give it a try? Just mark the pile of stones on the beach on your map. Oh, okay, we got grids, we got like a distance scale, we got steps. Alright, so I guess we are standing in this bit here, aren't we? Mark the stoned piles on top of each other. Let's have a little walk around first. If it's a landmark we can get. We know where we started. That's the stones there, right? So. That is a thingy. What is that? Hello, buddy rabbits. Where's the stones? So we know roughly where it is. I mean, you can kind of work it out. You don't really need to count the steps, right? If you count the steps from here, let's try it. Oh, we gotta hold the button up, I guess. Alright, 6 steps from the beach, right? So 10 steps is about that big. So if it's 6 steps from the beach, if you're trying to use the thing, right? You'll put like the, can we? What is this? Is that rubber and a razor? So we got the grid on the beach, right? So we got 10 steps is that. So we know if you use the thing, I mean, not that we really need to, right? Because it is, I mean, this bit here is totally flat, right? So if you come from here, you can tell, coming this way. Alright, so about 5 steps from there. So if this is 10 steps, 1 square, then it's going to be about halfway across that, here, across that line, right? And then you're probably looking at about, that's about right, that 1 step, look. We come that way like this, there you go. Right, about 5 steps directly from that line, right? If you try it from the other way, mean, the scale seems a bit off, right? So if this is supposed to be from there to there is 17 steps. Oh no, from there to there was like 12 steps, right? From here to that, from here to here was like 12 steps. And this is supposed to be, is that 10 steps meaning 2 squares? Or is that, I read this as being 10 steps is 1 square, but it's not, it's 2 squares, isn't it? So 5 steps is like there, right? Yeah, that's 5, 10, like 12, right? Yeah, so that's 5 steps in. That's a bit misleading, that. They should just have 1 square with 5 steps rather than having like this, because that is 10 steps. So it's 5 steps per square. Alright, so it's 5 steps in, and that's it. It's there. It's about there, isn't it? That should be within 1 or 2, right? Hello, Stompy. This is Map. It is not a Stompy
Let's
game.
go!
This is Map. We are trying out our cartography skills. We're drawing maps. So technically, if we walk south from here, that should be about 6 steps, right? And we don't need these tools because we're clever and stuff. But just to see, right? Look. Perfect. All right. I reckon that's it. I reckon we go with that. Look, perfect. 0 steps out. See? I'm fucking genius.
Map.
You're absolutely amazing. I have to introduce the other members of the Billy's Bunch. Map. Hello, how can I help you?
Map.
But as our translator, she can understand up to 9 languages. Okay.
Map.
Most importantly, she can read the glyphs of the Ravenfolk. Well, unfortunately, Stumpy, this is a cozy game, and you know what? You are not someone that has probably ever played a cozy game in your life. So, not really a game for you. That's correct, but I don't have enough information to decipher the glyphs in order to figure them out. Next islands are, I need to know where the cartoglyph is on the map. That's where you come in. With your help, it'll be a piece of cake. The cartoglyph is a stone cube, almost as big as you're covered in glyphs. Okay. That's up there. I can see it right where the cursor is.
Map.
We got a compass. Ooh. You found a game that you correct the map as you go. It's Carto. Oh, we got a compass tool. So I think we're supposed to be marking the cartoglyph, which is over here, right? So this is what they want us to mark. This right here. So when you look at the map, that's the that there is that there, right? It's even got a compass as well. So directly east of this, because it's directly east from that. So you can technically, from the middle, you can kind of like just count, right? You get your steps. So 6 east of that means it will be about there. Maybe a little bit north. Oh, there. I'm okay with that. Look, 0.2. I've heard of Carto. I've never played it though. Well, enjoy lunch. Next, you have to mark the rabbit burrow on the east of the island. There's a big oak tree right next to it. I'll draw it on the map for you. Alright. There's the oak tree here, right? So where's the burrow? I mean, lots of bunnies here, but right? I mean, is that it, you think? Oh, you see a little hole in that mound, so maybe that must be it right there, I suppose. It's currently, at the moment, they've actually got it so that, I don't know, I think the things are quite, they've got stuff that's pretty, you know, straightforward, like east to west. I mean, I don't know if you can hold a compass in your hand. That's what you kind of need to do. I don't know. I don't know if we can actually hold it. You've got a compass on the thing, on here, but you don't actually have it. You can hold one. But it looks like it's directly east from this. We'll just say that as east, right? You can look at this east. You got this little lip with the island there, which is that little lip right there, right? So that bit there, the tip of this is directly east of the tree, which means that it is directly east from the tree, right? As it's 4 from the edge and from the tree. About 5. So that technically is going to be about there. Perfect, see? Would a rabbit burrow help with description? No, I just like rabbits. Okay. Alright. There's a shovel on that. A shovel on this, like a spade in the sand. Billy's favourite anime is Two Piece. Okay. Amazing, you really did it. Our first new island, you're incredible. I could never do that. We should take a look for a starfish family. Okay. Fucking hell, we're getting bigger. So now we're probably standing about here somewhere, right? I reckon. Yeah, that's the river going through the middle. So we gotta, basically at this point, you gotta run around looking for a landmark to get your bearings, right? Okay, this is our marker. Is that what I'm looking for? Mark the cluster of starfish by the ruin. Yeah, that's this, right? So, we're going... Oh no. I can't see which way is east, north, east, south, or west. I'm guessing that way is going to be this way. That's going to be east because the river's just there, right? So that's got to be... Yeah, the water's just there. Oh, so that's north. So this way is north. That is north, which means that is east, right? That way. And it looks like it is not quite east, but alright, so 11 east from there, which would be like about there, and then that way is south, and that to south, so that would be about somewhere around there. Alright, well, perfect. I knew it. That means Raven City is... It's... Oh dear. This is Milo, the third member of the bunch. He's not very good with strangers, but don't worry. about it. He's like all of us at first. Wait, Milo's. Is a little cat. He's actually against taking anyone else. The important thing is that he's as cunning as a fox, but as a fox, when it comes to history, he's actually already studying with eighth graders. Okay. He's our expert on Ravenfolk, and it's thanks to him that we have maps at all. What does that mean? How do we proceed? Can you mark the ruins north next, but only if you want to? Alright, so north is that way, right? So does that mean, I guess I mean these routes. They gotta mean those, because those are like, look like, I mean there's like a archway there, but that's gotta be the ruins over there, right? I'm at about 12. About 12 that way. Right, so we go from here. We go about 3 this way, and then about 12 that way, which should be about 5, 10. That'll be about there. That'll be about there if we guess in that corner, right? I don't know. Eee! Perfect.
Map.
There's something scribbled in the ruins. A treasure map. Have we found a treasure after Raven King already? We gotta dig it up. Shovel. Does anyone have a shovel? Oh, nice, a little flower pixie thing. Hey, Roo, hello. I've heard you need a shovel. I can lend you one. I want to join your crew. Why? That's none of your business. I'm against it, and Marlo probably is too. I'm all for it. We got a shovel. Look for treasure anywhere, keep an eye for hints. Alright, Q to open your radio wheel. Hello, we got a telescope. There's a mug of beer, maybe. I mean, is this a clue here? You think? No, it's just birds flying around. So that looks like a map there. Look. No, that looks like a picture there. So that's the river. This bit here is the end, like just above our head is that bit. So if you go directly this way, you got this indent here, is that indent there. That there, so it would be around about here. You can't put a mark on the map though. That's just, we can use a crayon, can't we? Oh shit, that's not quite what I wanted. Oops. Let's rub that out, right? So basically, click the crown. So that should be one bit down there, and it goes. That should be like here somewhere, right? Somewhere around there, I reckon. All right. Yeah, that's that. That's the water. That's that bit there, right? So we gotta go up here. Yeah, looking at that, that is probably that bit, right? That bit there is that bit over there. And this sticky up bit here is that bit there, which means it's probably... might be here somewhere. Fucking hell, first try! Are you alright, Billy? Is it very unlikely that this would be a big treasure? Please don't be disappointed. Disappointed? Fiddlesticks, we have our first treasure, a sticker box. Now you no longer have to draw everything with a pen. You can also make quick markings with stickers. Should we take it to a museum or keep it for ourselves? We want to keep it. Alright, free. So I guess that's free. So now there's like free treasures on island. Alright. Very well, now you're going to need my help. I'm going to look for a particular flower. Oh, look. It smells like it's not from this world. It's beautiful and persistent. It's just perfect. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where it might be. We'll find it for sure. We'll mark all the flowers on your island. I actually know that the raven flower isn't one of those little yellow and white ones. Alright, we've got to find a flower that isn't yellow and white. And this island's got 3 treasures. So how do we look for signs? I guess we gotta look for, maybe look for notes again. We try to find the landmark first. Yeah. I mean, the island's getting bigger, aren't they? Holy shit. Right. We got our, like, anchor point. We're looking for a flower that isn't yellow or what? There's bees. You might see like drawings again of the on the. There's a bee eye. There's a bee sticker. Look. Arrow's got an X. We got a bee sticker. Oops. Get a bit of height, innit? Oh, right there. Purple flower. Alright, that's gotta be the flower we want. I mean, it's like perfectly. So, 5. 5 and 5 by 4. Right. 5 south, 4 east. So from there, it'd be 5 south, 4 east. So it's like there. So these like brick walls, it looks like they are perfectly going east, north, south, east, or west, right? Alright, yeah, okay. It was fine. Should be fine. Right on the corner. Yeah, crocodile. Oh, crocodile? It's an octopus. I looked around and I think the corners of the houses are hiding a cartography secret. Okay. We should take a closer look. But we haven't found a flower yet. My programmer taught me it is wrong to interrupt people. It's impolite. I just want to forget it. What'd you say, Milo? That's okay. I'm going to take a closer look at something. Mark the corner of the north of the house with a white stone. Somewhere northeast of the landmark. Corner of the house with a white stone. Right, northeast is that way. It's a house with white stone. I'm guessing... I mean, that's white stone, but... So when you're saying corner of the house, I guess it would mean something like this would be like a corner, wouldn't it, right? Oh, would this be the house? And when it says corner, what corner does it mean? Like, there's 4 corners, right? One corner there, because that's northeast, isn't it, right? So that's northeast is that one. So that's this. But which corner? Mark corner of the room with white stone, northeast of landmark, right? I don't know what corner they mean. We'll do the furthest away corner. That kind of makes sense, right? If that's the case, then it's like 10 and then 5, right? The reason I'm thinking this corner, because there's the stone, that corner's specifically got a white stone, right? That each of these is 5, so that should be 10 and 5, right? So it should be 10 east, 5 north, right there. If it is that stone. Yeah. We still have 6 maps from Milo, but no further coordinates to locate the next islands. Have you seen a new cartoglyph on the island? Without it, we're stuck. We haven't yet. Oh, no. No fall damage. As you keep walking around just randomly fucking putting the shovel in the ground. Oh. Alright, so right in... Okay, so it's like 4 squares with an X in the middle one. I know what the 4 squares mean. Do you think the 4 squares might be the 4 squares where the houses are? So I guess that's how you find a treasure. You gotta look for little clues like that written in the environment. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Let's look here. We got. There's one that's like, technically it could be up here. If it is that, if this, it could be these 5 squares here, right? Yeah. What a smartass. I got one. Hey, bees. So there is a beehive there. I marked the beehive. So basically 10 north is that corner there, right? It's probably about 3 in, maybe. No. Alright, maybe about 1 in. About there. I don't look like it's about 5 as well. This here. It looks like it's about 5. I think that is from that corner there to that corner there is 5. Which means it'd be like there. We'll put bees. And go. Got bees right there. Alright. Right, we gotta look for the cartograph thingy and also little paintings, right? The one we saw, or is it a little alleyway you walked into? What if you can swim? Oh, it's shallow. I must think up in that tower. I don't know if we can get up in that tower or not, but... Oh. What is that supposed to be? I guess the bit at the top looks like a foot. I guess could be that bit there, right? If that is the case, then that X would be there somewhere, right? You make it smaller. Maybe like there's somewhere, right? X marks the spot. Ah, there it is. Alright. It's right at a corner as well, which is quite convenient. You just got to count how many corners, right? So basically, from the thing, we go west 10. That's 5, that's 10. West 15. And then south. South 5 would be here, right? Oh, so west 15. South 5 would be where those two are. It'd be about 8, right? I reckon. That'd be about 8, so 5. That'll be like there. We're gonna look at that treasure before we submit that. We're coming on the coast. Oh, so this is the bit that that's the boot, right? So it'll be here somewhere. There it is. Oh, we got bunny. We got bunny. So what did we get for the first one? We got a bunny sticker for that one. Oh yeah, the sticker for a little box. Okay. That's what we got the other one, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright. Well, Bart is thinking Milo asked me to ask you if you could perhaps check a theory he has. He wondered where all the houses, whether all the houses are 5 steps long, and then he asked me if I thought about it and whether I could ask you if you had seen a house that was 3 steps long. Yeah, we know where that is, I'm sure. That's by the beehive. Because all these squares are like 5 by 5. And over there by the beehive is a 3 by 5. Look, 5 by 5, 5 by 5. That one is probably even smaller than that. It's a 3 by 2. That's like a... That one looks like a 5 by 2. Right? No, that's probably about 3, because 5 would be... No, 5's here, so that one is probably about 3. Not by 2 though, is it? Alright, just over it, so if we go... That was a 4 by 2. Now this one here, which is... This is a 3 by 2, isn't it? Alright, so this is a 3 by 2. Right, so if you come out of there, we'll go... North, right? Right, west 5. west, kind of less 5. Oh, it's like there. So it'd be west, like about 8. Right, so that'd be west. 5, say about 8, about there, right? And then north. Well, that's 5. We do it from there. We'll go about 10. So it'll be like about there. Because that way we got the beehive. Yeah, it's just from this one. I guess that's perfect. So it's from that's the beehive. That's going to be down a bit. We'll go with that one first, because that one, because basically you got that's north, and it's like 5. That's 10. Corner of this wall is 15. That's 15 that way, right? So 15 north, which is here. Should be about there. Okay, yeah, it's about 8. So there, 5, about. How far away? Not bad. 1. 2 stars. Alright, 1, right. We just gotta move it a bit, right? So we got it in the corner. The corner is not good enough. It needs to be more in the middle, right? Like here. I managed to decode the discrepancies in data. It almost seems as if Raven King himself created these glyphs to guide us. He says that only a skilled cartographer can follow his tracks. Awesome that we have a skilled cartographer in Billy's bunch now. He writes, in order to move forward, we must first find a treasure on this island. We got to... It's located 13 steps north and 7 west from the tower. Alright. Now, is that near the one I've already got? No, it won't be. That north is that way, so... Alright, so it's the tower, right? So 13 north from the tower. It's right lined up with this, isn't it? It's near where that is, isn't it? It's near where the cross is. The statue is. It's right here. What a genius. That's all the treasure on the island. Nice. Identified us from the Raven King? That's so cool. Now we have to find our treasure. That belongs to a museum together with a sticker box. Ah. What? Oh, there's one extra one that we didn't find yet. Alright. Shall we go look for your flower on this island? You know what? How about a picnic? With fruit, pancakes, and cookies. Tantrums? No, so now we need a great view Oh, and the flowers, because you like them so much. We're looking for the highest point on the island with a small flower meadow. Oh, we got a new tool. Dividers. Try the pencil to draw your dividers. What? We gotta figure out where the fuck we are first. Alright, that's this bit, right? So that we're right, standing right there at the moment. Mark the highest point of flowers. I'd say that's this bit. Under the tree. Right, so looking at that. So that way's got to be north. That's north, right? That way's west. That way's west. So it's like southwest, right? Over here. So what are we supposed to do with these? Is that supposed to? I don't know. How is that marking? Is that supposed to be like a specific set amount? I don't know. I mean, if this was like 1 square wide, which would be 5, that would make more sense. But it's not. It's just less. It's like 4 wide, right? Yeah, I thought we might be able to open it or something, but no. Right, so that's right in the middle of the square. Right, so basically if we go so about 7 that way. So this looks like it's 4, maybe 4 wide, right? And we use this as a test. If we use this and you go 4 southwest, and so that's so technically maybe it's supposed to be 5, right? I don't know, we'll do it. Just 5. So that technically would be 5, right? And we're doing like 7, so we along the line. So we go draw the line that way, right? So that's 7. I don't know if that's supposed to be. I think this is supposed to be. I know it looks like it's 4. Right, because each square is 5, and that's like 4. So that's 4, which means we need to do. So it's going to be like all right. That's the end of that tip is 8. About it. We'll see if we're right and that is actually meant to be 4. If it's meant to be 5, we'll be way off. If it's meant to be 4, we should be within 1, right? No, it's 4. Oh. I'm feeling much better now, thank you, Billy. That was really delicious, thank you. Did I have something to eat? By the way, I noticed that our raft has a hole in it. Oh. Our raft is leaking. Is it going to sink? Are we going to... Potato sticks. I just need a little bit of wood to fix it. I saw a stack of wooden planks around here somewhere. They're over there. Right, we still got to start looking for the little doodles and shit and stuff. There they are over there. Look, right there. They're over here. Oh, that's I'll walk around and scope the walls. That's the planks. Randomly digging in places that are a bit out of the way. It has our marker up there, isn't it? Uh-oh, nearly got stuck. Right, back to the thing. Right, so it's over there. But technically, we're going... It is that way, isn't it? So that's north, it's south, right? It is that way, south. So south will take you to the gap. I don't know, it's how... It's kind of going to be hard to judge the distance because you're dropping height, right? So if you just go follow that line that way... We'll take away one. That's 10. But technically that's 9, right? Yeah, because when you're falling, if you fall like 1 square's worth, that still counts as you counting it, which is kind of weird. There's 1. So technically 2 is just, right? 2.5 to the edge. You drop, that's like what? That's almost 2. So 2.5. That's like maybe 3 to here, right? $11, that's 14. Let's say about 16 south. I could easily just do it from the fucking edge. I mean, I'm from running from that way. We're right here. You know, it's here. It's gonna be like it's going to be there. Right there. Right, what are we counting all the way from there for? That seems a bit silly. If you look where it's on the map, we're right in line with that. Now, that's obviously not directly north, but if you stand on top of it looking at that island, and the little slip bit is just to the right, which is that. And if you look directly this way, you got a stone in the water, which is that. So if you're looking that way, then 90 degrees that way, you're looking at that, right? Yeah, so you're looking at about... the easiest way to do it. See, this is where you can use this. This is where this will be good, right? You put that from there just to mark it, right? Mark that. Move it down. Alright, and just draw your line. Right. Now it's either genius or it's shit. Right, so where those two kind of join is like here. So if that's the case, then it would be along that line, maybe about there. How far out are we gonna be? Within one, hopefully. Maybe within like 1.5. Nah, within 2. Right. So we got a line right, it's just a little bit further that way. And it's as good as mine. That's a relief. Next I would like to take a look at the stone basket with a hammer. Why is there so much stuff lying around? Stones for the house have to come from somewhere. You were saying they mine the stone here? Yes. With their wings? Yes. Why can't we do this one again? Damn it, I wanted to move that one. I should have pushed really dry and moved it that way just a little bit towards that line. Mark the stone basket with the hammer. What? Did we see a stone basket up there where that house was? Or does that just mean this? Is that technically a hammer and a basket there, right? Oh shit, that's directly south of that. When we walked up that thing, it was about 13 squares, wasn't it? Directly south, and that's where that is. And do you have any, build tool? Build? What? We get build tool. I was thinking if there was a key to kind of like change the size of this, just extend it a little bit or something, but no, you can only just turn it. That's got to be what it's looking for, isn't it? Which does look like it is pretty much south from there, right? Yeah, south from here we'll walk right up to where that thing is, right? So if we just... Is it like 1, 2... That's like 3 there. That's 12 to there. So now 15 that way, south from there, and then across a little bit. Right. So it's directly south from that. Alright, so that's 5, right? That's 4, 8. What's it about 15? That's like 5, 10. That's like 12 and a half, so about the same again, about the middle of this. So that marks about 15, right? Oh wait, put it over there. Oh, oh shit, you can move it! Holy shit! Hang on. Remember, you could drag the leg bit at the bottom. Oh my! Wow. Right, that's about 15, right? And then across. So 15 is standing about here. So it's right, almost next to it. So technically, that would be about there. I think. Fucking perfect! Look at that! Raven people are very advanced for their time. Then the Raven King's treasure must be something incredible. Right, so that one had one secret, but we didn't find it. Let me stick with it for a bit. Oh, we got look. So we could look here. We got all of the 3 stars. That one we had a 1-star one. We gotta do that one again. We can't possibly have that one for 2 stars, can we?
Map, 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 map.
Yeah, so we know that all we gotta do is take that marker and move it that way a little bit, right? It was 2 out. And move it like that way a bit closer to that, because the mark was over here. Move it that way closer to that. I'm not gonna put it on the line. Let me do it again. And yeah. Cool. Quite 3 stars, isn't it? Is it about 8:30? So got probably about an hour and a bit before game first kicks off. Hour and a half. So many flowers. We're definitely gonna find your flower here. So what's so special about the flower? Raven flower's known for its perfection. Okay. She can also grant wishes. Oh. Then I'll finally fit into my perfect family. I'll be nice, well behaved, and friendly. You're already nice and friendly. Let's get started. Mark all red flowers on the island. What? You have multiple missions active at the same time. You can submit them in any order. Mark the red road. Mark the red poppy flower. Mark the hanging flowers. Right, so we got 3 red flowers. That's like the red road, the red bush, right? We gotta find the find our marker. Our little compass somewhere. Looking for little markings on the wall and stuff. It's like a blacksmith's tower. Aha, there's one. Alright, so between two towers. So I guess that's, do you think that's the tower and that tower and that tower, do you think? You got one that looks like a, the other one looks like it's got something on top of it, which is that one. So it's got that one and that one. In the middle of those two, there is a treasure. But we're still looking for the compass. There's another red flower. I need to find a compass first so we can get our bearings. Get our start point. But yeah, so that tower and that tower, right in the middle of the two. What do you think in the middle of the two? Oh, there's a compass there, underneath the bottom of that tower. Alright. It's a bit harder to see which way's fucking which, isn't it? So I got one way going. That's got to be okay. This way's got to be east, right? That's got to be east, going that way. And then west is going to where there's some other water. Right. So north is that way. Come back up there where we just was. Yeah, so north is... There's an X there, look. Fucking... Is it X on the floor? Ah, maybe it's not. There's no fucking cross, but it's not, it wasn't a cross. Yeah, so that's north, is that way. So it's basically... We make these exactly 5 long, right? Right, that's exactly 5 long. I think it's supposed to be in between the two, so I reckon it's going to be here somewhere. Down there somewhere, right? It'd be a bit weird because it's right next to where the flower is. There it is. Ah, that's the... I've got a marker. A highlight pit. Alright, so we got one treasure. So now what do I do? We gotta mark the flowers, right? So... So that's going north. So this here is that there, right? That is that. So if that is that, then this bit here is right there, right there, where that tip of that is right here, right? If we make a nice long line, we don't do that, right? Keep it 5, and then we'll make a line directly between. We'll say that if we just put that right on that tip there, and then make this all the way over to there, and a nice straight line, and mark it, right? Alright. Alright, let's draw on a straight line between here and there. If we just count the steps from here to there, and then we can... so we want... Alright, so 6. Say 6. So 6 steps along that line, right? So if we take this, which is... and make it flat, make it exactly 5. That's like 5, right? Just take it on the edge, put it along the line. So that's 5, which means 6 will be probably about there, maybe. So it should be the rose. We've got a rose bush, poppy flowers, hanging flowers. That's got to be the rose bush, right? What a cartographer. What a pro. Now, I've seen there's some flowers we saw over there, but I haven't seen the hanging flowers, right? I guess these must be the poppies, right? Oh, there's the hanging flowers there. I guess these are the hanging flowers here on the side of the house. All right, so any more drawings? Does that look like it's directly... Can we get up here? Yeah, so that there is west. Going directly west. Which is... that's west, down that way, right? That is directly west. I'm gonna try to gauge it. The easiest way to do it, I suppose, if you come up to here, start like something like this, right on the... Let's just start in the center, right? So... facing that way. Which is facing that way, right? Right, 7 that way. It's on that wall right there. Right, so if you come from here, let's get rid of that. Get our thing. Make it nice and horizontal. It's still 5, right? So I mean, it's obviously not totally west, because totally west would be in the water. It doesn't quite line up, does it? So west is that way, right? West is not in the water. Oh no, west is there. That's west, where that is pointing at it. Yeah, okay. West is that way. It's facing that way. I looked at 5, so directly 5 directly west is going to put you like here, right? So if you do 5 directly west of that, which is about there, that is right there, is standing on the bridge, right? Right there, at the end of that line is standing on the bridge, right? Where we are right now. Right here. I mean, you can put like markers on the. I'd drop something on the floor exactly where you are, right, to show that is where you are. Looking at where the poppies are. The poppies are just north, right? If that's west, the north is that way. Right? Yes, it's not. So from here, that's 2. So about 7 north from the end of that point. Should be roughly where the poppies are. And check north again. Yeah, north is that way, where that's pointing, right? That's north there. Coming. That's west. That's north, so it's northwest. Exactly northwest, right there. Yeah, okay. So technically, that should be about 7 from here, that way. That's 5, right? And about 7, and it's northwest from there. So that should be about 5. If we go up to about, that's 5. So that probably be, I don't know, maybe about there. That's 5 there, right? So 7 would probably be about there. How far off are we going to be? Now, we're probably going to be more than like 3 off, I reckon. Let's see. No! Fucking perfect. All right, I'll take it. What a genius. See what pro map writer we are. So that's the poppy field. And the other one is right there, but which direction? And let's count how many it is. It looks like it's about 7 maybe. Right, 6. So it's 6 that way, but what way is that? That's northeast. If that's northeast or northwest, it looks like it's, I don't know, about 90 degrees, right? That way. I say. It's about that, isn't it? So we take these again, right? So we went northwest, that way. Like that. That's like northwest, kind of, right? Probably it's at 10 o'clock, hour and 20 minutes. I don't know if they've got a pre-show. I don't think so. I think their pre-show is normally baked in. So when it starts, it will start with a pre-show at like 10 o'clock. So hour and 20 minutes. If they've got a pre-show, that will kick off in about an hour. Yeah, so about an hour, about 5 o'clock Eastern time is when their main event's supposed to start. But I don't know if there's a pre-show. So we'll probably check in about 9:30, so about 50 minutes, see if they got a pre-show kicking off. Need to fertilize a Lord. Can you do that in like an hour and a half? I mean, that depends how big the lawn is, I suppose. Yeah, so basically we need to go this way, that way 7 or 6. If we draw a line on that like that, right? So we need this to be exactly 90 degrees that way. So how do we kind of tailor 90 degrees? You're just doing it by eyesight? Does that look like it's 90 degrees? I don't fucking know. How the fuck do I know? Does that look about 90 degrees? Maybe. It could be. So if that's the case, then that is 6 long, and that's 5 long, that line. We got to do it about 6, so it would be about there. About there should be roughly where that thing is. All right, so let's try, shall we? One point six. It looks like it's just a little bit out. I can't see the fucking flowers. It looks like it's got to be. So one point where we got it is directly on the wall, right? It's directly on the wall is where we've got it. So we got to bring it back a bit. Up here. Right there, I reckon. It's right in that corner. Boom. May do the front, do the back after the show. Yeah. Nice. That's crazy. There's so many statues. And water. Water is terrible for my circuit boards. Just look at those red fish. Oh yeah, fish near the basalt rocks in the water. Milo asked if you could mark the missing statue. Of course, he gave me this photo for you. Okay. Just give me a picture of a statue he wants us to mark. Mark the missing one. What? There's 2 statues in the thing, which looks like those over there. And this island looks... Hang on, what the fuck? Loads of little islands? See, that's where the boat is. If where the doodle is where the actual boat is, right? Then... I don't know. Let's find a marker. That can't be where the boat is. There's got to be like a little compass on the floor somewhere, so we... This is the statue he wants us to mark, right? Maybe we're not going to get one. Oh, you can't swim. So you can't walk in the dark and stuff. You can only walk on. You can't swim. Let's just look at that there. Hang on. That looks like a mouth. Look at these islands, right? So that one looks like a mouth, right? A mouth eating like a cookie or a sweet or something, right? I guess that could be that bit there, but we don't see where there's no eye or nothing. Where you got the eye on that? I guess that's going to be sorry on the thing. So you got. Would that be round that way? So this is the bottom, that's the top, I suppose. So if that's the case, then that there is going to be about there, right? About somewhere around there. Up a little bit more. Yeah, if that is that, which I'm having my doubts it's that, but it might be this one. We haven't got an island that looks like that, right? This one's a hell of a lot bigger. Unless it's that bit right, unless it's that bit right there on this side. That there could be the bit in the water. That right. That there, that little dot there, could be the bit in the mouth. Right there. Directly there, above her head. And that skinny bit sticking out there is probably that bit. Oh, yeah, so where that bit is, that's that, right? I can't be the same one. No, it don't look like it is. It don't look like that one's that. That map doesn't look like any of these here. I mean, there's some things that are shaped roughly similar, right? But none of them really look like it, which is kind of weird. The other ones, they've all looked like it, right? But if that's looking at that though, where that is, that's there, which means we're currently standing right here, right? Yeah, so right where we are, we're standing right in this water bit here is where the marker is, right there, right? Maybe I'll use it green. Right there is where the marker is that we're standing. Right, so that means that over there is west. That's west, right? Looking from here directly at that island over there, which I guess is that bit there is probably where that tree is. So that is west. That's that there. That is west. If that's the case, we're gonna judge from there to there and see how big it is. Because according to this, let's set that back to 5. We'll test it, right? We'll set that back to 5. Right. So from where we are standing, just about where that dot is, we'll put a line directly to the bit of sticking out coast there. So it's probably about 9. So if we walk in that water directly to that, when we get to the coast, it should be about 9, right? Yeah, so that's that. So that is 9 there. Right. That's where we're standing right now. Right. Oops. We'll mark that. So at least we know we're gauging where we are. So we're on this island right there at the moment. So west is that way. So we walk to the west. We're walking along that way. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any... Yeah, so that's... Or to the edge of this island to the west, you've got that bit there, is that over there. Right there, that's the tree, and that way we got that, right. So this island doesn't have a compass on the floor. So you've got to do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. Now it says look for the missing statues. I guess it's the one that's not in there, which I think is behind us. There's a gap missing, right? Mark the missing statue. There's a statue that was over... That one over there, right? This one is the missing one, so it's going to be... Have a look at this. So... From here... I'm actually going directly. So that the tree there is that dot is where the tree is. That dot is the tree, right? Right on the line is that's the tree. So it's just the tree is right on the line. You gotta gauge, you gotta try to gauge north just by looking, right? That's the tree. I'll set it to 5 again. Alright. We can't exactly judge how far that is because we can't walk over to it because there's no fucking water there, right? And I guess you can walk over to it like on this bit. Okay, let's not go over here. Alright, so that's the tree. How do we gauge? How do you easily look at this and get a marker for it? We know that's east. This is where you kind of need to really be able to put something in the world, right? I mean, if you put something directly along this line on that island, right, from here, you could see it, and you knew exactly that's due east. But you can't. There's no way of doing that. So south is that way. So it's looking like it's going to be about... about... You're going to have to just put this one in and just guess and see how far it is and try to work out your exactly which way north and south is based on the distance to the marker, right? But it's going to be around about there somewhere. That island, yeah. That's going to be east a little bit, I think. East a lot. Can you turn around? Yeah. That's about right. We just got to go up further. So that's got to be more. That must be the tree. I thought that was the tree. That's got to be the tree up there. That's the tree there, right? Fuck. I was thinking this dot here was the tree, but that dot there is that dot there. Oh shit, alright, so that's the tree. So, I mean, it's just going to be, that's the tree there, and it's down from there. Like that. Wrong dot. Oh, that's better.
Map.
Oh, we went the wrong way, don't we? It's that way, it's more over here like this. So now I reckon it's just south a little bit more, but it's hard to tell because you don't know which way it's fucking south, right? Because it doesn't give you any fucking clue. I mean, having a compass is kind of pointless if you can't actually hold it, you know what I mean? If you could hold a compass in your hand, then it'd be alright, but you can't. You can only look at it on the map, and you can't hold the map and look around. That feels like a bit of an oversight, honestly. Because you can kind of hold the map, right? But you can't hold the map and look. So you're given a compass, but you don't actually have a compass as a tool. It's not something you can hold, which is kind of weird, right? You can't actually physically hold a compass in your hand. I gotta find a fish. I haven't even seen a fish. So mark the school of fish, especially red fish. I mean, I don't see any fish at all, anywhere. I mean, you can't go to these islands over here. I would imagine that a fish has got to be something that you can visibly see in the water, right? When you walk around, you don't see any fish. I mean, you can see birds and stuff, right? But if you can't physically see the fish, then how the fuck are you supposed to find a fish? I mean, you got to mark the fish on the map, but you don't know where they are because they're not visible. Yeah, so where's the fish? Where? You just passed them. I don't see no fish. This is where we came from. I mean, I see there's little markings on the water, but they're not fish. There's markings on the water, right? Yeah, this I would imagine is what the rocks are, but where's the fish? They're right in the middle. There, okay, right in the center of those rocks. There, the fishies right there. All right, so since we can't really. We haven't got a compass to mark north, south, east, and west. So you're guessing which direction is it, because you can't mark north. There is no compass you can hold. This is the only compass you got. All we know is it's going to be like easterly direction from that, right? But we don't know exactly where that is, right? I think I'll back up here for a second. So that island there is that one over there. This here is like standing on where that green dot is, kind of. So if you take this and go, if we go, say from about roughly where that is, go all the way over to, I want to draw the line. So about where the island is, right? Make it flat. So directly east, you've got from there. You've got the tip here. So this here looks like it's directly east. So pretty much those rocks are east of that. Just if you look at the tree, if you look at the tree is just to the north of the rock. So the trees is like up here, right? The tree's like here. So that's directly west, that way, right, I reckon. So if you stand on this edge right here, which is that edge right there, and you look west, you're looking at that, pretty much. Which would put it so if that's west, you can't really tell because you can't walk on this to make it mark out like your steps, because there's a fucking you can't walk that way. So it's like that way, right? That way. That direction there, I think, is east. Roughly, right? So. Right, so about 8, I guess, right? So. Right, so that's 5. That's going to be like 7.5. So about there. That's about 8. That's how far that is from this. So if that was, I think it was like down a little bit when it was down right here. I reckon somewhere around there. Somewhere near to where the end of that is. Oh yeah, pointing. I don't know, maybe a bit higher than that. Yeah, maybe a bit higher, because that from this point here going directly to that is west. So maybe in between the two. So I reckon it's going to be like here. What do you reckon? Within 2? Within 2. All right. So basically, we got to go just travel a bit. Right. So it's going to be probably closer to where we put the fucking green mark. Yeah. Right. So it was where we put the line. It is right on the edge of where the line is.
Map, map, map.
Fishes. Well, that's how icon. Alright. Oh, 9 o'clock. So if they got a pre-show, about half an hour it should be popping up, right? I don't think they do. I think what they'll probably do is they'll have like a stream with a countdown to pop up. I don't think they normally have pre-shows, but it starts at the time that the event starts. I can't remember. That's amazing. That's what I call a tower. I'd love to see it. Could you perhaps mark the tower? Alright, sorted. I bet you just... What an excuse. This looks like a bigger. Right, so where's our compass? It's gotta be... This island's so fucking big, you'd hope that there's a compass for your reference point, you know what I mean? Right, that bit is this bit here, right? This bit here is that. So the tower is about there. Now you stand on this bit here. And you stand right. If you stand right on that bit, that corner there is where we're standing. Right there, right there. Draw a straight line across like that. Across the edge. Draw a line like that. And then count how many steps it is. It's about 7 will be in the middle of the tower. Alright. Alright, that's 5. So it is, if that's 5, then that isn't far off being 7, is it? It probably is about roughly where the end of that is. Now let's see if we can find like a compass. So it's kind of weird to have these islands that don't have any sort of like central marker for you to figure out where to get your bearings from. Well, let's just hope that the whatever he chooses for his one more thing isn't another high god situation. I mean, because he put a lot of eggs, he put everything in like promoting high god, right? As he's like one more thing at the end of the Game Awards, and it was an absolute fucking flop. I think he was the only one in the world that actually liked it and played it. So let's hope he doesn't do that again. I mean, let's hope he just doesn't just use his own ability to guess what good games are and yeah, go with that, because he's not good at that. I mean, what Jeff thinks feels like it's going to be a big hit. No, he's not. He's not a good judge of games. I mean, I don't see. I mean, this island here is huge, so if you got to do this island and you do it without a compass, that's gonna suck, isn't it? I mean, especially as soon as you unlock the compass, but you can't actually use it. You can't hold a compass and use it. You know what I mean? It seems really weird. Let's go around the outside. Maybe it's. Yeah, you can't touch water. We can't go that way because she can't swim. We go along the top. I don't like there is one, is there? There is no marker again. Hello? There's a cat holding a fucking carrot. Right there. That's a bit weird, isn't it? I bet it tells us to go find a cat holding a carrot. Because we found it. That's kind of an easy bet, isn't it? So I mean, he was right. You say he's right about Death Stranding, but Death Stranding, when he went into when he kind of like showed that off and say, hey, this is going to be good. It wasn't a game that no one had ever heard of. It's a game that we knew existed because it's something that like Kojima had been talking about for fucking years. He'd already like announced the game himself. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a brand new thing. Whereas Highguard was totally something that no one ever had seen outside of the studio. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, you kind of like get a game from someone like Kojima, like someone that's like a world-renowned, developer that has never made a bad game. It's kind of a safe bet, isn't it, right? I mean, I probably haven't liked all of his games, but I don't think there's not been a game he's done that has been that you could say was bad. You know what I mean? All right. There's no compass. Let's see if I thought it might be something up there, but we can't get up there. Let's see if we'll just tag it and see how far off we are. Not bad, like that. Okay, boom.
Map, 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 map.
Ravens could fly there. Flying must be so cool. I think so too. Maybe we should take a look at. Did I see a deer? Where's the meadow that the racing? Who cares about that stupid deer? It's important to find the raven flower. Alright. Mark some wood under the bridge. Mark the raven flower. Mark the deer up there. Oh, there's the deer. So I guess we can use the tower as the point, right? The tower's around is like near this dot, right? You can use that as your reference point, I suppose. Because we don't have a marker now, right? For we haven't got a marker. Like a compass on the map to gauge where we are. So that's within half a meter of the tower, that dot. Alright, so looking at that, which way? So that's got to be. So basically, north is that way, right? North is that way. So that's west, right? I wonder if these markers here are supposed to, you know, where you got the thing coming out of the side of it, that's supposed to mark like west, because you got one on each side, right? That's what. That's probably, that could be west. That one's north. That one's south. That's your markers, right? Oh, right. That must be your markers to show north, south, east, and west. It's a shame. I mean, the world's kind of moved on a bit from that, hasn't it? Sadly. Yeah, so this is where we are now, is directly west. Right? So where's... So that's like up here somewhere. So that way, right? That way. Alright, that's 2. Alright, so this here is about 11. About 11 directly west, about 11, if that's roughly about right. So we line that up. It's kind of weird. The first like 6 maps, you had like a marker on the ground, like a compass on the ground that you could look at to mark east, west, and shit, north, south, east, and west. Now you're just doing it. You're just playing it by looking at. Just using your eyeballs, right? That's 5. What did I say? 11? I can't fucking remember now. 11, wasn't it? So that's 5 there. That would be 10. 11 would be about... Alright, so right at the end of that line is where we are standing, roughly, right? Roughly where we're standing. So, if that's west, then that way is north, right? Alright. That's about 7. So if we go over another... If we take that from, say, there... And then go north... 7... That's 5. About 7, right? And north about 7. So directly east, you've got the little cove, which is there. So that somewhere around there is my guess for the. It's just got to go. What's that, west a little bit? So I got to go west. West, maybe 3 up. What? So if you look at the thing, we go. Look at this. We'll go west. Say about 3 up here. I put it right on our head. One more. A little bit more. Right. It'll be like... there. Boom. First time. Alright. We got a purple flower. Mark the X under the bridge. So purple flower. What bridge? Oh, this X. That's gotta be that, right? That one's pretty straightforward because we pretty much... Oh, that must be the purple flower. Is that pink? That's not purple though, right? Because that we basically did that. And that there was about 11 to here, right? From there. So we go along here, right? So... yeah, it's about 8 that way, 8 west. 8 west, 1 north. From that point, I reckon. Pure guesswork. Is this still 5? Yeah. Alright, so. That's about 5. Alright. Can we do about 8? And then down this way, what about there, I reckon. That is a rough guess just by using our eyeballs. Not quite, right? The thing is, though, is that you look at these two, so if you put it out, they tell you, hey, what the fuck is that? It's like, well, if you knew where it is, then why the fuck are you asking me? Right, Alright, about 1 more. That was just that. That was under the bridge. We just gotta go west a little bit more, like there. I think they seem to be actually on markers, don't they? I think they're actually marking stuff on purpose on the lines, right? It could be, couldn't it? That was like, right there, wasn't it? That'd be like here. Perfect. Now, the purple flower is just, it's gotta be this. Right. So that's just southwest. Well, this marker here under the bridge. So that's... this is the one under the bridge, right? There. So it's just... about 3... yeah, the way this is the marker here, so it's about 3 down from that. So that there is probably going to be about there. Just a little bit further over. That would put it over that way a bit, so it's over the back this way a bit, right? I think. I tell you what would be nice is when you're in this menu here, is whether you could actually turn the camera. We went the wrong way. We went too far down. We've got to go west a bit, don't we? We came back this way. We need to go back that way. Right there. That's right on the edge. That was right there. Okay, that way a bit. bit more. Alright. I don't wonder why they took the markers out. They just had them in for the first half a dozen maps to use to, as like their references, right? I think they've got a little, oh, what do you mean? We didn't let Milo finish what he was saying. It wasn't able to cut research on the last island. I feel bad, that was wrong. I think you're overreacting now. We need to apologize. I already have the perfect idea. We're going to find something super cool and Raven-like on the island and we're going to show it to him. He's going to flip out. What about a city map? Wait, what? Holy fuck, look at the size of this island. So where are we starting? So where we're starting, there's like 2 little islands just off the coast. So those 2, I guess those 2 little islands there, could be those. That's got to be in it. So we're starting right there. This is where we're starting on the island. That's like maybe like the jetties around there somewhere, right between these 2. Or maybe a bit further over, in the middle. But this is probably where we're probably starting, like here somewhere, right? Find a city map. So if they do have a pre-show, it will be kicking off in the next 5-10 minutes. Which is almost past. I'm not sure if they're going to or not. I mean, I can't remember. I know they normally do have one, but I think it is normally... I don't remember if it starts before the time they say they go live or after. I just got to watch, see when a channel goes live. There's a beehive. There's a red flower. Red rose bush. We'll look and see if we can see a... We want a compass, so we want some like some markings, right? There's a lot of oh. Alright, tower would be in the middle. There's no tower here though. The tower would be in the middle. You got the other houses around. And that's got a compass, so if you can figure out where these houses are, which ones he's talking about. I wonder if right now whereabouts do you think we are now on this? Do you think that could be, this here could be the one right at the end, the one right at the bottom, the white one at the bottom could be where we are right at the end, just south of the wall, right? Which means the tower would be, what would be over there somewhere? Is look, just inside the wall you got like a thin house on the left and you got an L-shaped one. So the thin one would be that one there. That would be the L-shaped one right there, right? Okay, so that's that. We get... So this here, so that there is directly north. This wall here in the bottom is directly north. So at least we know north, south, east and west, right? It's like these walls right outside, this is like going from east to west. And it goes from north to south. Right, you came to the super exclusive co-streamer channel because I thought you'd be in and out. Wait, they go live at 10 o'clock. But my problem with Lexington is it's been like it's been at least at least a year since I did the last one, and my memory does not last that long. But I'm not, I've noticed, I mean, I've not seen them going live, but I've seen other like half past, I'm starting to see in my notifications on the side that there. I mean, I can see they've been live at the moment for the last half an hour. So they got their thing up. So the channel's been live, but the event's supposed to kick off in 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean their channel, the channel's live, but it's just showing like a static picture. So they went live. Yeah, there's a button here. Where's that button? I don't have it there, do I? Button's over here. Right over here. We got our little button here. So they've been live for 30 minutes, 35 minutes showing. Since the top of the hour, they've been live showing that little picture. And if I look, there's a lot of people I see they're going to be like co-stream. They've gone live in the last like 10 minutes, getting ready for 9:30 because they think that might be when it kicks off. I don't know if that's when it kicks off, but we'll see. So if they got a 30-minute pre-show, it'll kick in soon. I don't think it's going to kick in when at the top of the hour. I think. The thing that's sad though is obviously, you know, they give you when you kind of like get the email from about being like an official co-streamer. They don't really, they give all these assets, and all the assets tell you 10 o'clock, right? So you'd thought if they've got like some sort of scheduled pre-show, they would have said it, right? It's a 2-hour live show that kicks off at 2 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock BST, which is 30 minutes. As if they did have one, it would be now, wouldn't it? Right? But it's not. But I mean, I can tell I'm an official co-stream. I got a co-stream button on their stream. I never actually used that before, but yeah, I'm on the list. I am on the list. Twitch, I never realized. I mean, Twitch actually did that. I gotta remember I pushed that when we switch over. You got a button now. Look, you got a button. Where's the button? Look, you got a button to push. So when we go into the category, we push this button just to say, "Hey, we're here." Yeah, so it don't look like they've got anything live going now, so it's probably going to be at the top of the hour. We'll probably switch over about 5-10 minutes before. Give me a chance to go get some snackos, get a drink. We can all get some snackos and drinks and get ready for the extravaganza. Yeah, so when he's saying city map, he's talking about one of these. This is what he's talking about. This is the city map, right? There's more than one then, right? And are we back at the same place? Yeah, we're back at the same place, right? Is there more than one of these? Or is this the same place, right? So this is what he wants us to mark on the map, the city map, right? So whereabouts is this on the map? Looks like we're right on the east side by the fishies. So these are the things that look like little fishies right there. So you got the 4 little fishies there. So we are somewhere around there, I reckon. And after fishies, it starts to come out a little bit. Where it curves out a bit, that's right there. Is right where it curves out, right there. So we are probably about there. This line. Probably about there. What's underneath this? Yeah, that there is that dot there. So that dot there is directly lined up with it. So basically we're directly west from this dot. So you could kind of try to work out the steps. If we can get back up there. So it's this wall here, isn't it? So this wall here, upstairs. Yeah, so it's that wall right there, upstairs. So the map is directly... directly above this. So we're directly above this is the map. Eight and a half to there, so probably about 9.5. Maybe just do 10 to be safe, right? So if you do 10 from directly east from there, put it on a corner, make that 10 wide, get rid of that, pop that down there, right on top of that thing, draw the line, and we'll plop it right at the end of that. And then we push the button and go, woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, totally. Map of the city! Do you know what that means? It means that the settlements were much larger than research had previously thought. Isn't that amazing? We've had it just for you. As an apology for interrupting. Thanks, guys! This will allow me to prove the legendary city of Ravens did exist. It's all thanks to you, our cartographer, that we've made it this far. Billy's right. As a thank you, I'd like to give you this camera. Ooh! Next three tasks are already on our map. Wait, give us a camera. You can now select camera. I'm gonna take pictures! Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. I thought for a second there that was going live. Because the screen went black for a second. Woohoo! Keep it. Boom. Alright. Mark this house, right? So if you look at that house, that's that one right over there, right? That one there. So is it a castle ruin? Where would that be? According on that, you know what I mean? Where would the castle ruin be? I mean, technically, the whole thing is inside the walls of the castle, isn't it? Right? Yeah, probably about 1:45, about 5 minutes. We will switch. I'm gonna go into go grab coffee mode. I'm kind of curious how far that way that is from the wall. Oh, not wrong tool. I mean, this wall is probably about 5 away from that wall, I reckon. Maybe no, not even that far, is it? It's not 5, is it? It's about 2.5 to get to the middle of this wall, I think, from that wall. This will run. Oh, this thing. It's here, but it's busted. So, if we can try to mark where this is. All right. So we just go. Alright, so 50. So basically, that's roughly where the thing is, right? So if we go across from there, maybe about 3 from there across that line to about there, and about 15 up from there. We put that there. And we go about 15 up from there. That line there should mark the wall, right? That line there at the top. That's the wall that we're on. And at the top of it is the corner, right? Where that where this is. I mean, the house he wanted was... I don't even know what the house he wanted was. I gotta look at a map. Can we look at a picture? Look, son. We can't actually look at it. Can't zoom in and look at it. God damn it. It's pretty neat though. It's very, very cozy little game, right? When we start counting steps that way, we're gonna fall in that hole, aren't we? We're totally gonna fall in that hole. Totally gonna fall in that hole. Alright, so you can see where the corner is, so... From the corner... This was the square house in the corner. Then you had the house. That one there is what he wants. So it's this house here. This thin one. Alright, so it's 5 that way. Alright, so put that down to 5. We'll mark this one, then we will probably change over. I kind of thought I might have a countdown or something, but no. Alright, so from about there, that's the wall, right? So from there, they're gonna be up, 5 up. And from here, I don't know how far was it? 15, something like that. Alright, so wow, it's the wrong house. Oh, okay, so that was the house behind it. It's the one to the east of it. There's no there. We just see the outside of the walls. I thought it was that one. It's not. So technically, that's just... It's just to the east. Alright, goddammit. It's like here. Got it! Alright, we are going to get ready and switch out. How is there not something in here? Mark the smithy. It's very cool. It's very cool and chilled. Maybe probably a bit too chilled for some people, if you know what I mean. But it's very kind of chilled out little game. Yeah, we got to map 10. What happened? It looks like this room. If that's 10, that's down to the other right corner. There's probably at least, I don't know, 30 or so, maybe 30 plus little maps you to do. But that has actually been very cool. Very cool. We are going to switch out. We got a timer starting to tick up for Game Fest. So we're going to switch out and we're going to watch ourselves some Game Fest.